Hey guys, welcome back to M&M Murder Mystery. Today you're back with Morgan and Mallory, your hosts for the podcast, and we are going to be talking about a very infamous case. Mallory, would you like to tell them what case that is?
We'll be covering the boy in the box today.
It's a very popular case, but the only issue with it is we don't know who the murderer is. And this occurred a very long time ago, 1957, so we're a little bit short on facts, but we're going to get into it. So just a little introduction and background to the case. It's known as the boy in the box, or America's unknown child, even though we now know his name is Joseph Augustus Zarelli. And he was found in Philadelphia in 1957, and it was a huge mystery to all investigators. It just baffled them to even think of how they would figure out who it was, because they just didn't have as many resources at the time. But now,
It wasn't until recently, in 2022, when they actually figured out who the boy was.
yep, that happened.
He was found in an illegal dumping ground. They said he was estimated to be 4 to 6 years old, 30 pounds, 3 feet and 3 inches.
I think also the other thing is when they found the body, his hair was cut kind of weird. I think they almost thought it was after his death.
Yeah, they said it might have been a haircut or something.
It's kind of odd. You wouldn't usually cut your hair after somebody was dead. And yeah, like you said, he was super small, and there's bruises all over and stuff. So it kind of looked like he got abused before he died.
Said that he had small scars near his chin, groin, and left arm. Very small incisions. He was also naked in a blanket. And they said his body kind of seemed like it was washed.
Cruel stuff. And the thing with him being washed, no clothes on, no toys, super beaten up, there's nothing to identify him. What are they supposed to use?
They said the small scars seemed to look like a procedure happened, and there were multiple head injuries, which seemed to be the leading cause of the death.
Yeah, it's rough.
So, originally, the body was found by a young man, but it took him a full day to tell the police.
That's kind of suspicious. I mean, if I found a body like that, I'd probably call 911.
Yeah, but I would also be a little scared to,
I would be scared.
To report it right away.
The minute that you report something, you're automatically, one of the top suspects.
But there was also a second man who also found the body, but didn't report it, because he didn't want anything to get, for him to be evicted because of it. So he kept it quiet, and then the second guy found him after, but decided just to wait a day and then turn it in.
I think waiting a day is weirder, if anything.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be evicted, you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't know.
Another thing was, it was also very cold outside, so due to that, it was impossible to report the actual time of death. And they actually kept the boy at the morgue frozen for a long time, and visitors from 10 states came to try to identify the body.
10 states and nobody could identify him?
400,000 flyers were sent everywhere.
The only identification they really found was that the box was traced back to a local JCPenney, but it's kind of hard to do anything with that, because JCPenney has a lot of sales. It's not really just JCPenney box. must be the boy.
The box was actually used to ship a baby crib, which only 12 people bought in the area. And the thing is that got tricky here is all the 12 people paid in cash. So there was no actual, no record or anything.
Yeah, it's tough.
So people actually scared contacted the police, saying that they bought that, but they still have their box, or they put their box out for trash so that it wouldn't have got tracked back to them.
That is tricky. There was one other thing. There was a blanket, I think, but the issue with the blanket was it's a common made sold blanket. It's not like it could be this person must have, but there was no closing it down to a small number like the cash bot.
So it was just more dead ends. There was a lot of dead ends in this case.
Constant dead ends.
Which seemed to be the factor in this case.
All right, guys. I know we're super digging deep into this case, but we need to take a minute to hear a word from our sponsors, or hear a word from me about our sponsors. Today, we're sipping on Dunkin' Donuts. I got my Dunkin' with me right now. It's always a good pick-me-up in the morning because, we're filming this early in the morning. And as forensic scientists, many of you probably relate to this, we have to, have some long hours studying evidence and stuff. And, that caffeine, Dunkin's pretty consistent, I feel like. Always giving you a good coffee to mix with your caffeine. Make sure you can stay awake. And coffee price is pretty cheap. Cheaper than Starbucks.
And they actually just released their new pumpkin menu. Pumpkin spice, pumpkin sugar cookie, pumpkin everything.
Don't get the pumpkin spice.
I'm currently drinking the new pumpkin sugar cookie spice.
And I'm currently drinking the new cereal and milk latte.
So.
Just kidding, but I did try it. It was pretty good. They're always coming out with new things. I think they just got a lemon loaf.
So if you're thirsty or hungry, we run on Dunkin', so should you.
America runs on Dunkin', just like our podcast. Hey guys, we're back from that quick ad and ready to get back into the case. After all these years of dead ends, investigators really never gave up on this one because it was just nagging at them,
I mean, I would be nagged too if I found a boy in the box.
It's like it's annoying when you're trying to solve a puzzle and you just can't find that piece that puts everything together. And in 2019, the boy's body was exhumed again for genealogical DNA tests. And, obviously our modern DNA testing is a lot better now than it was in the 1950s. And they were able to find out that he was born January 13th, 1953. He was 4 years old when he died, and his real name was Joseph Augustus Zarelli. Now, don't get me wrong, knowing who the boy was really doesn't tell us who the killer is, obviously, or else we'd have somebody in jail right now.
Yeah.
But actually, they might be dead, but you know what I mean. And the family was identified, and they came from a family in West Philadelphia, and the parents were notified, but they wanted a lot of privacy, so the police never fully gave out details. I think that's a little bit suspicious, so I think we're going to go back to that when we talk about our theories. But really what happened was just a lot of public attention. The question was raised again. Who killed him?
Yeah.
And why?
So there were actually 3 theories that were going around at the time. The first theory, which I don't really know if I agree with this one, that a guy sold his son, and the DNA didn't match the guy that sold the son, but they thought maybe he was a girl, or he was raised as a girl, and then he got the haircut right when he died, so no one really know who he was as a boy. But I feel like I wouldn't really believe that one because I feel like you could tell by the face the similarities, but that was the first one, which was kind of odd to me.
I mean, yeah, that kind of seems like a stretch, switching genders. I don't know.
And then the theory, too, was a boy accidentally died by a foster home family because there was a crib in the garage that this foster family had. And then the parents didn't, when they came to the door of the police, the parents, really didn't cooperate with the questions or didn't really answer them. And they've had mysterious kids missing from this foster home.
I mean, the other thing with that is, though, there was no concrete link that was ever proven, and I think there was a blanket found too, but like we said earlier, the blanket found in the box was commonly sold, so can't really take some circumstantial evidence and treat it like direct evidence. So
there was also a hat found near the crime that a Miss Robbins that she customized personally, and she also remembered the guy as being blonde, 26 to 30, but he paid in cash, so it was just another dead end.
I mean, yeah, most of these were dead ends. Another one that I read about was the people thought it was maybe human trafficking.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, you could say that about any lost person though, and again, it's just another cold case direction because you can't really do anything to prove that.
And I would say the scariest one was from a psychiatric patient. She said her mother took her to a house where she got an envelope to buy a boy. She said the mother beat the boy to death and didn't bathe him, which is kind of weird because no one said anything about the actual bath that happened, but it was kind of weird.
I mean, yeah, but the investigators did check her story, but there was really no corroborating evidence. So, I mean, and she said she kept her in her basement, I think.
Yeah.
And, killed him out of rage. I don't know. It's just, If he was kept in the basement, I don't know why the body would be so cold when they found it. Well, actually, I guess it would make sense either way. But,
I don't really know what to think about this case. I feel like this was an accident. I feel like this was fully on purpose.
But wait. The only thing that I find suspicious, and this is just like coming off of what I heard from the videos we watched, not like a theory I read about, but when they told the family about the boy, when we were watching the video about this, they said when they were trying to originally find out who he was back in the 50s and 60s, it was like a lost dog in a neighborhood, you know? There was papers up everywhere, gas stations, signs up everywhere saying, do you know this boy? And it would have been in Philadelphia, where the family's from, but for some reason the family never came forward. I mean, don't get me wrong, his hair was cut and he'd been like treated terribly, but I feel like there had to have been some similarity in his face. If it's your kid, you're like, I feel like you would know.
But also, if your kid's missing, I feel like you would care more.
Yeah, you probably would be trying anything, or at least they would have went to the police, and the police would have been like, even if they didn't see it, they would have went to the police, and then they would have been like, oh, here he is. And then finally, once they find out, they're like, oh, we're gonna stay private. We want some privacy.
Yeah, I just think this is weird, and I think it was on purpose. I think it's just weird that the family wanted to stay quiet. So personally, my theory is that I think the parents definitely did it and then thought that they could potentially get away with it.
That's my theory as well. I don't know.
So, as of now, we will never really know who killed this boy. But at least we finally got peace knowing who this boy was. And he will forever be known as America's child.
Doesn't give me peace.
Wait till next episode next week. This was
M&M Murder Mystery, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell.